Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and a very happy new year. Today is New Year's Day here, well it is everywhere I believe, and I hope you're all okay. Today is going to be a very quiet, gentle, sorry I'm not organised, gentle little craft along. Sorry, I apologise, I seem to be seriously disorganised. I thought I was really organised. Here we go. Hello and welcome everyone, it's Becky at Whimsy Creations. Apologies for that rather weird beginning. Right, if you're all okay, I'm glad. And if you're suffering a bit this morning, today, whenever you're watching this, I hope this relatively calm and easygoing craft along will make you feel a bit better. It's craft along number 27, if anybody's counting. And that's all we're going to do. Just craft and enjoy ourselves. And have a chit chat and all that sort of stuff, you know. And let me know what you've been up to, whether you've been crafting over the holiday period or not. I'm going to just do a bit more in my my journals here. I'm doing the vintage journals. I'm making 2 vintage journals at the moment. One with 5 signatures and one with 3. This is one of the 5-page ones. And I was halfway through this before I stopped and did the December Ember, but I've finished doing that now, obviously, so I don't know what I'm doing in here. Let's recap, shall we? I've done 2 signatures, and oh, I put a closure on that. That's fun. I'd forgotten I'd done that. And then we've got this lovely centerpiece here. And I am putting things in them as I go, by the looks of it, so that's good. I'm just trying to think how far I got and what I was doing. It looks like I've just popped that in there without decorating it. Are these decorated? They're not embellished, are they? Perhaps I was planning on embellishing at the end, because they're not embellished either. I don't think what I'm doing is popping them in so I know how bulky they're going to be, but I'm going to go through and embellish them afterwards. I think that's what I had in mind. So let's put some tags in this one. Let's put some tags. What are my tags? Journal cards, tags. Here we go. And I've got some larger. Oh, this keeps tilting forward and it's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to tilt backwards. There we go. Got large ones here and small ones here. I think this one fits right down the back, if memory serves me correctly. Let's see if this will fit in here. It does. Look at that, all the way down. That's nice. I like that. And what about this one? Will this fit in here? Yep. Ooh, it's a bit small, but it will fit in there. How about you? Are you going to be too tall for the next one? Oops, there's 2 there. These are MasterCards I made earlier. Last year. That fits in there nicely. That one needs to pop. I might have to put a tall one in there actually. Let's put this big one in. Let's put this one in here. Let's put this big one in here. Let's put this big one in here and see how that looks. Now this one, oh there you go, it goes down a bit further. There. That's better, isn't it? That's more like it. Then you can go there. And I think I need a smaller one there. So, what have we got in between? I haven't got much in between. So I might have to cut one of these down, which is fine. I've got a lot of them. Let's just see how far this one goes. Oh, I've got one in there. Oh, I just need one for the bottom now. Okay, well that can just be a normal length one then. Something like that. That's a bit small. Let's find what I've got in here. See what we've got in here. Oh, they're the same size, same one exactly. Not any bigger? No. Right. I think I'm going to have to cut one down, but it's no problem. I think I'll cut that down to fit in. This one's smaller. I might cut that one down. So, oh, hang on. We've got this one here. Look. Oh, I like him. Make a change from that one, won't it? It's got number 22 written on it, look. I like that. Yeah, we'll put that in there, that one and that one to embellish, and then we can shorten one of these ones. I think I'll do the wider one. Let's put these back in here, put the tags back and put these tags back. Oh, I've got another little bit in the front here too, another little one there that will need embellishing. Oh, I've got this here too, that needs to go back in there. So we've got this one with an old telephone. Oh, that doesn't show very well, does it? What about this one? Nope, I might put a journal card there. No, I think I'd rather a tag. So we'll put something in that needs, there we go, we'll pop that in. That needs embellishing, but we can leave it there. I didn't put a window in there. And this one I'm going to cut down to fit there. There we are. That's the tags for this one. I've only got one thing in there. I quite like to put two in most things. How high do we want this? We want it to be about there, don't we? I want to cut it about there. That can be made into a little tag or a little journal card. Oh, I wanted to sort this. I've got all these bits and bobs in this drawer. Oh, what would I call them? All sorts of little things that can, you know, like edges, and let's put that there and see what that looks like. Yeah, that's fine. I like that. I'm just going to edge the corners. Edge the corners? Round the corners. There we are. And that will be embellished when I go through and embellish them. Yeah. Might have something else up here as well. That must have been just where I stopped. You know, let's have a look at some journal cards and see what I've got here in the way of journal cards. That's a round one. Have I got a different shape? I have got so many journal cards. That's nice. We'll put that in there for now. I can always change it later. These are going in just so I can see the bulkiness of it all. And that's as far as I got by the looks of it. So let's carry on. So shall we put a pocket here? I have a pocket over there, although I have a double one there. Let's see what we can put them in here then. Let's wear my pockets. Pockets and belly bands. Here they are. As always, I'm working through my big basket that I keep everything in. I've shown you that before. Right, we've got a lot of bits in here. Right. I'm going to put a normal pocket, I think, because... what about that? Because we've got a big pocket in there in the centre there. Let me just remind myself of what I've got here. That one, a double one there. And I've decorated up there. Got a bit of embellishing there. I need. Right, I'm going to cut around this. I'm going to take this off here. This white bit off. So, how are you all? I hope you've all been having a great holiday. And I feel for those people who don't get the holiday off, all the emergency services and nurses, and you know, a lot of occupations where you don't get the holidays off, and then there's all those people that don't celebrate Christmas as a holiday. So, you know, welcome to everyone. Welcome to my new subscribers, my new subbies. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming along. And yeah, I'm doing this in advance. Eventually I will get back to doing them when I get back. I'm away still. I know I'm here, but I'm actually away still. So at some point I will get back to making them at present time. I think it's after this week. I should be doing them just off live, you know. I should be just doing them. So I'm just going to bit of glue off the end there. Be doing them pretty much as and when, you know, rather than so far in advance. Because, oh, I like that one as well. That stands out better, doesn't it, than that one? That's just a backing paper, but I like that. I like that as well. Oh, now I'm stuck. Let's do this one. This is what I was planning to do. I'm not reinforcing this one either. Whoops! I went a bit wobbly there, didn't I? Never mind. Pop you down there. We will have to embellish this pocket as well, I think. I might have to backtrack a bit and see what I was doing. Right, this is getting a nice, just get you dry, nice label, tag in. Let's put another tall thin tag in there. That's not thin, but it's nice. I like that. Oh, that matches that. Look, let's not have a matching one. Let's not have matching ones, although that did look nice. Oh, that's got the same stuff. Oh, this is a nice one. I like this. Yeah, we'll leave that in there for now. Yeah, I'm going to leave embellishing and do a load more embellishing later. Where else shall we have a pocket? That one I just embellished, but I put a pocket there. So let's put a pocket over here. And then I'm going to, once I've done this bit and that bit, I'm going to get my other two signatures over here and see exactly what method I was using to go through this. I'm just going to write down a time. There we go. Just so I don't rub it on too long. Yeah. Let's pop that in there out the way. Right. Pocket of some sort or an envelope. Let's have an envelope. We haven't had an envelope for a while, have we? Got some folders here as well. I think an envelope. We'll find an envelope. How about one of these ones that flaps out? Let's use this one. These are like, what's on the back of this? Oh, you can't write on that. But I can put a piece of paper on the back there so you can write on it. I wanted it as a, you know, an extra writing spot, really. Yeah, and we'll put a bit of coffee dyed paper there. That's not going to be big enough, is it? Or maybe if I could cut it, if I put that there, will that bit fit in here? You can, I don't think it will actually, so we'll get a full piece then. It's a whole piece, coffee dyed paper. It's just here now, I can reach it. I've had a bit of a change round actually. Not that it'll affect you at all, but I've just got it so I can reach other stuff a bit more easily. Without having to get off my chair, because whenever I get off my chair I have the problem of trying to get it to go back in under the desk. The reason I have a problem is because I'm very short, there's no two ways about it. And when I sit at my desk, to get it high enough so I can work on here, because I have quite short arms as well, my feet are actually off the ground, believe it or not. But I use a footstool underneath to rest my feet on, which is, you know, what you have to do when your feet don't touch the ground, otherwise you're dangling in fresh air. But it does mean pulling my chair in quite a tall order, because that was bad, wasn't it? Because I can't reach the floor very well, so I have to sort of shovel in, you know. It's really, it's a short person problem. Anybody out there short will understand exactly what I'm talking about. Here, then we can write on the back of there. I want this to be written on. So let's cut this out quickly while it dries. Go all the way down to the bottom there. That's a nice piece to be used for something. Keep that handy. So, then let's go around here. So on Saturday, because today's Thursday, on Saturday we're going to start we start our new system of mindful Monday, and Thursday's still going to be craft with me, and satisfying Saturdays. Honestly, they probably won't notice much difference, but to say there's always these things that you put off doing, isn't it? Or you think, oh, I must get around to doing that, or I must get around to doing that, and we don't. And I need to make a list of those things for starters. And I thought I would use Saturdays, just change it a bit, to do those things. And then Mindful Monday. Think more about what we're doing. Anyway, I'll explain more on the days. This is just a general craft along. Let me know what you're using. Let me know what you're making, okay? I'd like to know what you're crafting on as well. You can see what I'm crafting on, but let's get some of these wrinkles out, because even though I used the glue stick, you sometimes get a few wrinkles. That's better. No wrinkles. Just no wrinkles now. Just wanted that to dry a little bit more before I put the fold it. So if that's going to go there, and it's going to be folded up. So which bit is going to be that can go into there, that can go into there. One bit of this needs to be glued down. Alternatively, I can put a pocket there, but I want this to be flipping out, actually. I want this to flip out, and we'll have it flipping to the left for a change. So it's going to flip out there. So this bit needs gluing, and then we can have it as a tuck. So I'm going to see if I can just fold these freehand. I don't want to score them and damage the glue. Yeah, that's worked fine. And that one. Didn't get that very straight, did I? Do it freehand, she says. Can you see what I'm doing? Right. Link this. It's a little bit, I mean, I know it's coffee dyed. It's tea dyed anyway, coffee dyed anyway, but I don't really want to cut that off if I can help it. Doesn't really need much inking at all because, as I say, it's not white underneath, is it? So, right. So, how are we going to have this so it'll... I wanted that bit, but if I do that bit, that's got a tuck under there. That's weird. This is probably very straightforward. Nope. Yep, we could have that there. We can tell I haven't done this for a while, can't you? No, that's not going to work. Maybe if we tuck that one that way. Nope. I had envisioned on that being there, fold this up and fold it over. Yes, that works. So what was I messing about before? Because that doesn't... I don't know what I was messing at there. I thought it wouldn't fit, but it does. Oh. That's that old timer's disease again kicking in. Apologies, actually. I shouldn't say that. There's some very dear people out there who actually have that. So let's put a little bit across here. And a little bit across here. There we are. And then stop making a mountain out of a molehill, Becky, and just get it glued on. I must get some more glitter glue. There we go. I'm not going to put it on the actual pockets. Actual sewing. I'm not putting it on the sewing. That folds in there, and that folds in there. And then we can tuck something under there. Let's get a little journal card. Maybe a rectangle or something. Well, most of them are rectangles anyway. Should we put that in there? Will that fit? Oh, that fits nicely. Let's do something to this. Let's get these corners off. And as you can see, that's quite white, and it's not really in keeping with what I'm doing. Is there any glue on there? No, so I'm just going to brush over it a little bit. Please stay down. Oh, I need you to stay down. Oh, it will stay down. Right, so I need this. I'm just going to just gently put a little bit of a slightly darker tinge on here so it looks a little bit more like sepia rather than the white. Probably wrong era, but there. Well, that's a bit more gentler on the eyes, isn't it? Right, put some around the edges so we get rid of that white edge. This is already backed, so I don't have to back it. Yeah, leaving it like that for now. I'm going to put a little something on the front here. Put you away, and then you won't be in the way. Let's put you over there. That's it. What have I got here? I've got this little pocket here. That's nice. Let's put a little something there. What should we put there? I fancy something a bit smaller. Oh, I like that. We could put a little tuck there, couldn't we? I like that tuck. Let me just see what else I've got. Be with you in a sec, sorry. I quite like that tuck. It's a bit different, isn't it? It's a bit more unusual. Yeah, I'm going to ink this up and we're going to use this. It's actually designed to go in a tuck, not be a tuck, but you know, I don't see why it was actually in the pocket section, I think, so just leave that there for a second. Just spotted something else in my basket here. It would probably make quite like the look of this piece of old ephemera. That's been inked up. I'm thinking about maybe right, let's ink around the 3 of these, a bit of this. There's no right or wrong with this one, so I can tuck something, stick that there, put the lid back on here. And then a little, maybe just a diddy little, that's okay. Let's ink the corners of this. Put you there. And pop you there. Bit of natural ephemera. There we are. Right, I'm just going to get my other 2 signatures, which are only just here. I don't have to go anywhere. And I want to see where I am with them. So I like to... So have I done everything here? No, I haven't embellished them. That's right. So I am doing it right. I am doing just pockets, a bit of page embellishment, and pocket embellishment as well. Yes, I'm embellishing the pockets as I go. doing little pretty bits on the pages as I go, but I'm not embellishing these bits. That I might go through and do it some other time. Yeah. Yes. Right. Now I know where I'm at with that one, and let's just check this one. That is the same again, that the tags and that aren't embellished, but everything else is. I've done the front of that one, I've done the front of that one. I haven't done it on the front of this one, have I? Let's pop you two there. Now I know what I'm doing. So we can embellish a few pages if we feel the need. I might put something on the front here. What should we put on the front of this? What have I got in here? I could put a clip on top though. Thinking about a, what's inside? That's inside, okay. Thinking about a, something like this on here. That we could have something coming out. This would have to be embellished. Should we embellish this? I've got some bits here to use for embellishing. Let's see what we've got in here. There's all sorts of random bits and bobs I've kept. Let's just move you to one side for a minute while I embellish you. Oops. Oh, and I've got some of this out as well, which I thought would be quite nice for embellishing too. So I'll put that over there for now. Shipping. Bum, bum, bum. All sorts of little bits in here. What shall we use? Oh, I know what we can use. Why don't we use one of these lovely little things that I've made? Because I've got some acetate to hand. So we could... Oh, that one will stand out nicely, won't it? Right. Pop you two back. I could put a bit of acetate on here. And we could use that as a pocket. I do like decorating with pockets. But do we want something under that first? I was thinking about a bit of this. And then a bit of that. I like that idea. Shall we... Let's find out where we want this to. So I want it to about there. Thereabouts. So let's tear you off. And then let's tear you down. Yeah, this is going to work. There's my little dauber. Here it is. Yes. I often don't embellish the fronts, but I just thought it'd make a nice change in this journal. They don't all have to be the same, do they? Everything's moving here. I'm not very organised. I feel like I'm a bit out of practice, you know, and it's only been a few days since I did I'm trying to think when I did my last video. I think it must have been last week sometime. Well, it's not a long time ago, is it? So why am I out of sync with everything, you know? I don't know why. Right, I'm going to put a tiny bit of acetate. I'll keep a little bit up here now. Put you up there. Right, I'll keep a little bit out now all the time, just on the side here, for this purpose. Now, I know you can't see what I'm doing, because it's acetate. Oh, sorry, just dropped my scissors. Thankfully, they didn't land on my foot. I waited a few days, actually, for my finger to heal. I can barely see anything now, hardly anything. But, hope you're not squeamish, I was cutting out some, I was making some dangly things on a scarf. Some fringe. That's what I was making, a fringe on a scarf, if you can imagine what that is. And I snip, 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 get them all level. And I snipped right through my finger. Well, it felt like I'd gone right through. Didn't actually go right through. Oh boy, did it bleed. It didn't actually hurt that much, but it bled like a trooper. It really did. That's not a very nice expression when you think about it, is it? Something we use in the UK quite often, but it's actually, I don't know why I'm overthinking that, but anyway, it bled badly. Let's put it like that. And proficiently, well, you know what I mean. A lot. It bled a lot. So I had to actually bandage it up in the end because I got fed up of waiting for it to stop. So wrong stuff. And then I had to bandage it up, and then it kept bleeding anyway. It finally stopped. I had to keep redressing it. Anyway, really, I think at the time I maybe should have gone and got it glued at in our A&E. What Americans term ER, but we call them at A&E in the UK. Emergency and accident. I couldn't be bothered to go and queue for like 5 hours. No disrespect to our NHS, but they've got way more important things to do than glue my finger up. So I've done first aid for years. I've did first aid in my job, so I just did my own first aid, got it sorted, and now a week later, it must have been about a week ago really, it's a lot better. You can barely tell anything was there now, but it was quite a large bandage at the time to keep the blood from dripping places. Anyway, enough of that gory detail. I like that. I'm not sure which way round I want to put something in it at the moment though. So let's have a look at my tiny journal cards. I've got some real small ones in here. Some really nice ones. That's a nice little thin one, isn't it? I just think it might be better if it... Oh, it's too big. It'll go on the side though. A little on the big side, but it quite nicely adds to the layered look, doesn't it, when it comes off the side as well. Got another layer here. I quite like that. I don't know why there's that white bit there, because this is all one thing. Or if I... Yeah, that's weird. Let's just ink you up. Oh, back onto one of those. Right. Let's get this done. Let's glue you on. Not that side. So next week, when I've got back, I'll have some stories of my my granddaughter's sort of first Christmas that she's fully understood. You know, I mean, she's only like 19 months old now, I think, thereabouts, maybe 18 months. Of course, last year she was way too young to understand, but this year she'll understand a bit more. And it will be really nice to see her face and everything, watch her open presents. Well, it's all about, isn't it? Watching your kids, watching your grandkids open presents. Right, that is going in there, and I shall embellish that later. I might put a... thinking about putting an eyelet there. And I am going to do that. I'm going to put an eyelet there. I said I'm going to embellish that later, but it's for the front. Oh my! I need to take my jumper off. Really, I'm a bit warm. There we go. I decided to put an eyelet in. Let's pop that there. My eyelet's out. Oh, I need to get some more. It's stuck together. Oh, those two are stuck together. Let's get that one out. That'll do. I haven't got any of my other sort left, so I'm not sure what I'm putting in there yet, but I know I want an eyelet in it. Lovely. It's nice. Right, let's get you on here. I'm going to ink you up a bit. Not much. Don't need much in the way of ink, do you? No, it really doesn't really need inking. Now, are we going to put something in the top as well? I think I might. So we will ink you round that way. We'll ink you round that way. No, we will glue you round that way. This is another one of those bits where the printer went a bit skew-if and would only print double-sided for a couple of runs, but it's whoops. Oh dear. I might have to stand this upright for a little while because the glue is oozing out at the moment. And we'll have something in the top. Let's pop something long in the top. Oh no, that's the same. I don't want one the same. That's got the same stuff on, hasn't it? Yes. Find one without the same stuff on. That's got the same stuff on. I don't mind things matching, but this isn't one of... Ah, here we are. I might make that, I will make that a little bit shorter, I think. But I do like it in there. Make it a little shorter, just a tiny bit. I'd rather take a bit off and then take a bit more off if I need to. Oops, this bit's coming off. Look, let's just take it off. There we are. Oh, that's maybe a smidgen. A smidgen. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Right, let's do that. I think I'll ink it, whoops, and then I'll embellish it when I do the other work. Where's my dobber? There it is, behind the glue. So that's this signature pretty much. Oh, I've got to just embellish a few of the pages. That's what we're doing. Yeah, I'm just, apart from the little bit of embellishment on the tags, which I'll do. I'll finish one. These are the short, what I call the slim pockets. Let's just see if there's any embellishing I want to do on any plain pages. I like that as a front cover bit. That's nice. Do I want anything in that corner there? Just check here. What did I do? What were the things I was doing in this one? Oh, I see. Just some, yeah. I don't know if I did those on camera, you know. I don't know if I did these embellishments on camera. I don't think I did. Doesn't matter though. Doesn't matter either way. Just get my labels out a minute. Get some of those out. I'm just going through my labels in my drawer here, of which I've got phenomenal amounts. Right, that's those. I've got some lot of generic stuff here. I'm just trying to find what I've used on that one. I don't know. Right. Got some of these, which I might use. I like that one. That one's a good one to use. Might use you. Yeah, I'll use that one. I think I might use one of these blank ones as well. How about you? Different shapes. Yeah, let's use you three. Right. I quite like this piece of paper. I'm not sure which way round I want it yet. Or whether I actually want it rectangle. Put that there. I like that arrangement. That brightens up that corner. Uses a bit of scrap up, doesn't it? It's always useful to use a bit of scrap up. I always think less scrap you have lying around, the better. I'll put you on a swell. That's one of the things I want to do this year. Is I've got a lot of labels that I need to use, and I've got a lot of yeah, a lot of labels really, that really a bit too many. So I want to do some activities that use my labels up. Pop you there. Right, and I've got so I don't big one of words, but I'm just going to have a quick peek in here for some words. I might put a word on. It's just asking for a word, I think, in that blank bit there. I like it there. There's that one, be kind, and kindness warms the soul. I like that too. Oh, I've got kindness is contagious down there, look. Let's not put two of them on. No, we'll use that. We'll use that one. Ink you up. And I might obviously find a number as well. You know me and my numbers. My numbers have to go on. I have to put my numbers on. Where are my numbers? Here they are. Over here. I got so fed up with dropping this. I've put them in something with a lid on. I must have knocked these tiny ones off about 3 times off my desk. And I was just getting so frustrated with having to pick them up all the time. Oh, I like the 2 better. Give you a bit of ink and a bit of glue. Oops. I think I like numbers because I'm not so keen on sentiments, you know, but I do like the be kind ones and the kind ones, I must admit. A bit like Margaret from Seven Plaza. She's not overly keen on the old. See, I've done that one, but I hadn't done that one for some reason. In a new way. I've done that one. This one, like something there would be nice, wouldn't it? Something little there. These need using up. These ones I've got here. They are like washy ones, but it's okay. I like those 2. We'll get those 2 out. And I've got some bits of washi up here. So I've got so much washi. I've got it coming out my ears. This I did sort out, actually. I did sort out my strips, my strippies, my strips. I'm trying to keep this one. That and some of these are washies, and some of these are just plain paper. But these can be used in thingies, you know, page edges. But I do like these. I'm going to get a few out. Save me having to keep getting this box out every 5 minutes. I'm going to get the shiny ones are clear, you know, they're transparent, and the dull ones are not. That one's a transparent one. I like that. That one is not, but I do like that. And we'll get a darker one out as well. Get a solid dark one out. That's nice. We'll see how we get on with these ones, and then I can go back for some more if I need them. I've got a lot, I must admit. But again, except for the washi, you know, the sticky ones, they can be used as page edges as well. I think I'm going to use this one. Use a bit of this. Yep, that's going on there. Bit of view. Something underneath it all. What have I got here? Yep, quite like that. Just ink you up. I have these scraps handy. So useful. Can't beat an interesting embellishment. This is quite a big embellishment. I usually keep the embellishments relatively small so there's plenty of space to write, but on this occasion I have not. So I mean, they're transparent once you take the backing off, but they do have a good effect. So pop you there, and we'll just take you off here. Put the other one away. This one. This is the one I wanted anyway, so I'm going to put this one on. Yep, that's it. That one goes in the non-recycling, so does that. I'm just going to ink this. There's a little bit of white there. Actually, it's all the way up. There we are. Lid on that so it doesn't dry out. That's okay. Oh, I think just leave that with those two. I'm not embellishing this coloured piece. That needs embellishing. Let's embellish this pocket while we're in the embellishing mood. Oops, dropped it. Let's get the lid on my ink before it dries out. There you go. You can go there. What have we got in here? Let's try something a bit different. These are quite large pieces, these. But it's quite a large pocket, so I think it can manage with the large piece of embellishment. What's that thing like? Oh, that's nice. It's a bit big. I like that. No, I don't want flowers on top of those flowers, really. Let's see what we got in here. I like that. That's nice. Let's leave you there for a minute and see what else I've got in my little stash. A lot of things. I've got a lot of things. I've got these little flowers here. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Just going to ink him up a bit. There's no glue there either. I should leave this brush out, really. Just want to take the white off, that's all. I mean, there's a nice pop of colour over here and up there, so I don't mind it all being fairly muted. And this is very busy as well, so being fairly straightforward, I think, is good. It is good. Hope you can see. I'm not sure if you can see at the very bottom of this page. Let's see if I can get through this whole embellishment without putting a number on, shall we? Just a little test for myself. I like to ground these, so I'm gonna have to ground it. A little bit of washi. Oh, hang on, what's in here? There's a scrappy bit of washi. Well, it's homemade stuff that I've just backed. But this, I don't think, is this translucent? I don't know. Yeah. I like that there, actually, very much. You do realise this means we're going to have something else on here now. Never mind. This is the fun bit, isn't it? Sticking bits together. I have to have my flowers grounded. It's just the way my brain works. Well, let's see what else. Ow! Still got to be a bit careful with that finger. Oh, they're all too big. I want my minis out again. I need my mini ones out. Have we got a letter in here? Oh, I might have some letters around here. I might have some letters rather than numbers in here. I have got a U. Got a typewriter U. Oh, that's quite nice. Got an A and an F. Let's use that U. Why not? Let's get that U. These are the sort you can put glossy accents on and make them look like typewriter keys. Well, that is a typewriter key. I haven't put glossy accents on it, I must admit. I think last time I used my glossy accents, it kind of cracked, which means I probably put too much on, or it's in better days. There we go. Little something up here. What should we do here? What should we do here? Where's that other label I liked? Here it is. Let's use you. I liked you. Let's use a piece of this. Use some of these up that I've got here. I've got a load of these. Oops. Oops. Up you go. You. Gosh, I can't do this with long sleeves. Ba-da-bum, 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 ba-da-bum. That's quite nice, isn't it? Quite big though. I was trying to keep them a bit smaller. Let's get strip. Let's put a strip on and a page edge on for starters. Let's put a page edge on. Let's put a strip of washi down there. That might be all it gets. We'll see. Is that the full length of a page? It should be. Yes, it is. Can you see? Sorry, I'm right at the bottom of the page. Yes, let's put that there. Let's see where we go from there. Put you on. Oh, it's going to have to go on now. I don't think it comes up very well. That's not too bad. Right. I think I might leave it like that, actually. Yes. I'll use that somewhere else. I like that. I can use this on here. Where has it gone? I can use it on here. I wish I knew where those labels were. They can't all be in there. Well, maybe they are. Maybe that's I've started using them up. Nope. I must have. Oh, whoops a daisy. I've got one from out there. Let's just see what else I've got in here, because they're all very, very different in here. Very different. Different shapes and sizes and all sorts in here. Yeah, those ones I was looking at were from here. There's a little blue butterfly there. Nope. These aren't washi. Those other ones were washi ones. I'm just trying to remember where I got them from. You know, from my stash. Anyway, I'll look for them later. Yes, look for them later. I want to use him. But I don't want this very big. Oh, there's a pop of colour. And that's got red on it, so let's use this pop of colour. Pop you there. Well, that's what we're going to do. Pop you. Is it dry anywhere? No, it's all gluey. Let's glue you. I've got this tiny piece of washi here, which I think would look nice. Would look better up there. No, I think it looks better at the bottom. Use this tiny piece up. It's all about using up the scraps here. Sorry, got my head in the way. Well, that's that little one. There we go. Right. I'll put a bit up here. I think I'm just going to leave those two for now, I think. Yes, I'm going to leave those two for now. Right, let's put you on the bottom of this pile. That's 3 of the 5-page ones done. So it's still going to be a chunky monkey, isn't it? Still going to need a big spine. That's only 3 of them. Let's get the other one out. Where are you? Let's get another one out. Hello. We've done the middle. I've done the middle of all of them. This is huge, this middle bit. Absolutely massive. So, flips and flaps and everything. So, we have got 5 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. It's a great piece of white there, isn't there? Right, we'll just get this started off, and then I think it'll be time to go. Yes, that's it. That was it. Right, I'll come back. This one makes my eyes go funny, that one. Right. That's a good writing page, that. We'll leave that page. Let's put something on this page. Make a start, anyway. Let's find a nice, big, where's my pockets? Pockets, belly bands, here we are. Actually, I'd like to use one of these. I made these the other day. Made these in the December thing. If I did this, that would be covering up the front. That would be something on the front as well then. These bits are here for embellishing. And then I could put something coming out the side here as well. Yeah. Now then, do I clip this on? No, I glue it on. So I'm going to glue it down there and across there. It's supposed to be a floating pocket, you see, which it is at the moment. It is floating, but I might make it static. I don't have to keep it floating. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I will decorate those bits later. I'm going to make it go down there and across there. Yeah. Sorry, I was concentrating, making sure I got it straight. And I will need the glue actually. While that's gluing, let's do the other side. Now, do we want this to flap? No, because this hasn't got a back on it, so we'll do this the same way. That doesn't go there. It goes there. Let's stick it on the right part of the page, shall we? I'll just put a bit across here as well. Help keep it in place. So my floating pocket's gone to a static pocket. I don't think that matters. There. Let's get you straight. There. Stop sticking. This is why I hate crafting in long sleeves. It really doesn't work for me. Or baggy sleeves anyway. This is just a bit big on me now. Right. That's the front page. And I decorate this. What have I got to decorate it with? I've got a big number 3. Which is quite nice. And that and the number 3. It's a nice big. Oh, I see. I probably have something like that in mind. I don't know though, because I've got to get things in out this pocket, and that's too big. But I love this butterfly. I'm not sure about the number 3. I like the number 3, but I'm not sure about whether I want it here or not. Let's cut it a bit smaller. I think the prompt was floating pocket with large numbers or something. I like that one there. I'll put that on there, I am, because I like it there. Whatever I have on here has got to be very flat, because we're going to have something going in here, so I wouldn't be able to put antennae on there. I could have put it there, so I'm going to not be able to use him on here, I don't think. Just see what's on the inside here. He's got them already. Well, I'm going to still have the same problem there, aren't I? I probably won't. Let's pop you back in there for now, and let's just see this side. I quite like the idea of a butterfly. We have these stamps. I have these stamps, which are nice. Oh, that's a nice light one. How about a bit of washi tape and that? Bit of view across here. Bearing in mind you're see-through, so I like that. Let's cut you there. This is my one of my favourite ones, this. Pop you there. So you can still see it says 3. Yeah. And I like that butterfly there too. Right. I'll do this, finish this front bit off, and then we'll call it a day. I think I must have been on here nearly an hour, so let's not cover up too much of the 3. Let's go straight. It's a nice little thing. Let's put a tag in there and we'll see how much in the way it might well be or might not well be. Oh, I love this telephone. God, this stuff does in my eyes, Daddy. Yeah, and a little bit of something up there. I think that's nice. Pop you there. What can we have up here? What have we got in here? Let's just take you 2 out for a second. See what we've got in here that I can pop. Oh, there's a big number 5 there. Let's not put him up there just yet. Now one of these sets of pictures is very, very dark and you can barely see it. But again, that's too dark on there. It's a nice moth. All these fussy little bits. That's quite nice. Quite like that. 2 different sorts of writing. I fancied something going across though. I wanted something going across there. Like that. Oh, I like that going off the page. That's cool. No, if I'm going to do that and that, I want something like a, let's get a picture on there. Whoops, oops. Nothing too big. Old-fashioned bike. Let's put that vintage bike on there. Let's ink you up. Right, I want it across the top here, but I don't mind it up to there, but I want it over there. That's it. And we'll pop this little, I'm not gonna round the corners. I was, but I've changed my mind. Yeah, I thought this front page would take me up to the hour. Let's pop you there. There. It's a nice, nicely decorated piece. And pop you two in there. I will. There we go. It's a nice front page, isn't it? And then I've got the same thing. That saves with the bulk as well by doing one over the top. Pop you back in there, mate. Stuff. Rightio. Well, thank you for joining me this New Year's Day. Or later on, if it's later on when you're watching this. Thank you for joining. Anyway, I really do appreciate you. I appreciate all my subbies as well. It's so nice that you join me, and I really do appreciate it more than you know. And is that straight? No, it's not straight. Can I take it off? No, I can't. It's going to have to be crooked now. Yes, I really do appreciate you all. Thank you for joining me, and enjoy the rest of your holiday if you're still on holiday. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye now.